Here's one.
Surface to air missile blueprint. AK.
Alright, thank you.
Hey, stop. I'm arresting you for assisting the Tamil Tigers in researching and acquiring submarine and warship design software, communications equipment, and other technology. This is a violation of Section 83.01 BIA of the Criminal Code of Canada, which is an act or omission in or outside Canada that is committed in whole or in part of a political, religious, ideological purpose, objective, or cause. You have the right to retain and instruct counsel without delay. You also have the right to free and immediate legal advice from duty counsel by making free telephone calls. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you wish to call a lawyer?
Yes.
You also have the right to apply for legal assistance through the Provincial Legal Aid Program. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Come with me, sir.
How may I help you?
Hello, sir. I am arresting you for assisting the TMO Tigers in researching and acquiring submarine and warship design software, communications equipment, and other technology. This is a violation of Section 83.011 BIA of the Criminal Code of Canada. You have the right to retain and instruct counsel without delay. You also have the right to free and immediate legal advice from duty counsels by making free phone calls. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you wish to call a lawyer?
Yeah.
You also have the right to apply for legal assistance through the Provincial Aid Program. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Good.
Sir, you have a letter.
Who is it from?
The United States Minister of Justice, sir, on behalf of the United States.
Oh, thank you. You can leave now. Okay. So the US wants extradition of those two individuals? Okay.
Why do you always have to play so loud?
Why don't you take the train?
We are here today for the determination of the extradition of Mr. Nadarajah and Mr. Sriskandarajah to the United States to stand trial for various terrorism-related charges. Mr. Nadarajah and Mr. Sriskandarajah were both previously charged for committing crimes under Section 83.01 BIA of the Criminal Code of Canada.
Your Honor, my clients here wish to oppose your extradition on 4 grounds. Firstly, the conduct alleged against them apart from association with the LTTE is not criminal conduct because the Canadian terrorism provisions corresponding to alleged conduct for which the appellants are sought in the United States are unconstitutional. Secondly, that extradition violates Section 6.1 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which guarantee the rights of citizens to remain in Canada when the foreign state's claim of jurisdiction is weak or when prosecution in Canada is feasible. Thirdly, that the Minister's view of the extradition order did not comply with the requirements of the procedural fairness. Fourthly, that the surrender decisions were unreasonable in all circumstances. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ooh, why do you always crash?
Why don't you take the train?
I will now address the arguments presented by the two appellants. The Extradition Act requires that the conduct for which extradition is sought be an offense in Canada according to Section 3 of the Act. In other words, the extradition is justified if the conduct of the individual would have been punishable in Canada had it occurred in Canada. In addition, I have also considered the legal precedents of the constitutionality of the impugned Canadian terrorism provisions in the companion case R.V. Kawaja in 2012, concluding that they do not infringe the rights protected under subsection 2 and 7 of the Charter. Therefore, this ground of appeal is dismissed as well. As for the interpretation of Section 6.1 proposed by the appellants, there are 6 principles that I will now list that provide the guidance for the response of the interpretation proposed by the appellants. Although the surrender of a Canadian citizen to the foreign country impairs the individual's rights to remain on Canadian soil, Section 6.1 primarily deals with issues against exile and banishment. Therefore, extradition is a limitation that lies on the outer edges of the core values of Section 6.1 of the Charter. Secondly, extradition is generally warranted under Section 1 of the Charter as a reasonable limitation of the right to remain in Canada. Thirdly, the Minister's discretion to extradite or to prosecute in Canada is a necessary condition for the effective enforcement of the criminal law, and it attracts a high degree of deference. In other words, the Minister's decision will rarely be pardoned as a result of his superior expertise of Canada's international obligations and interests. The Minister must order surrender only if satisfied that extradition is most appropriate or more appropriate than domestic prosecution, having balanced all factors which he finds relevant under the circumstances, such as which jurisdiction has laid charges, which police force played the major role in the development of the case, which jurisdiction has a greater interest in prosecuting the offense, where was the impact of the offense felt or likely to have been felt, which jurisdiction has the most comprehensive case, which jurisdiction is ready to proceed to trial, where is the evidence located, is this evidence mobile, how many accused are involved and can they be gathered together in one place for trial, in what jurisdiction were most of the acts in furtherance of the crime committed, what is the nationality and residence of the accused, and what is the severity of the sentence that the accused is likely to receive in each jurisdiction. No single factor is dispositive, nor need all relevant factors be given equal weight. The Minister may decide to grant an extradition request because of one of the factors listed above, which he finds determinative in a given case. However, this leads to my 6th point. It is important to note the Minister may have power to decide, but is not the ultimately determinative factor. It requires an assessment in the public interest of all the costs and risks involved, including delay, inconvenience to witnesses, and applicable rules. In addition, the interest of the foreign nation in prosecution the fugitive on its territory must not be neglected as well.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here. It's fun to drive up here in the Hollywood Hills. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things?
Knowledge.
In fact, I'm a lot more proud of these 7 new bookshelves that I had to get installed to hold 2,000 new books that I bought. It's like the billionaire Warren Buffett says, the more...
Therefore, it has been decided, based on the considerations of all factors, the extradition of Mr. Sriskandarajah and Mr. Nadarajah is hereby justified. The court is excused.
Can you even see my smile?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see the smile like here?
Yeah.
Which police force played the major role in the development of the case? Which jurisdiction has laid charges? Which jurisdiction has the most comprehensive case? Which jurisdiction is ready to proceed?
Basically, that extradition violates Section 6.1 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
We're here today for the determination of extradition of Mr. 3, 2, 1.
Therefore, it has been decided, based on the considerations of all factors, the extradition...
Okay.
Knowledge. Knowledge.